Hi, Jake here. How you doing? Well, 2019 is over and we're into 2020. So I thought I'd throw a little video up about December. I was surprised because over Christmas and between Thanksgiving and New Year's, I figured we'd probably gain a few pounds. And I was prepared to do something drastic and get real serious about it and everything, but I I just kept steadily losing a little bit. Wasn't much for the month of December. I mean, we rolled into December. We were weighing 175 pounds, 175.4, and when we blew through December at the end, we were down 172.2. So we lost 3 pounds through December, and I don't know. It's blows my mind that I I had some carbs this month. Going up to Christmas, rolling in there, Rosalie likes to make a lot of cookies and stuff for friends and family, and she made pies. She made a chocolate pie and a pumpkin pie and all kinds of goodies. And then I made, I like these little peanut clusters to just chocolate bark or almond bark, whatever you call it. You put some peanuts in it and melt it down and spoon it out. I'd take a little soup spoon, and so they were about that big around. I had about 3 of them, and then we gave the rest to friends and family. But well, let's talk about December. I mean, it was really interesting that we didn't really fall off our weight. I mean, we stalled. I mean, there was a whole week at 172, and then we were 5 or 6 days at 173. Same way with 174 up there. But then, for some reason, our metabolism, I was thinking it might have been slowing down. And that's why we were leaking this. But then we had a few, like I said, I had a few of them little peanut clusters and little chocolate things. I had on the 22nd, I had a cookie with my ham, and Rosalie made that egg dish. It was really good. And then on the 23rd, I had a cookie. And then on the 25th, for Christmas dinner, we had people over, family, a bunch of family showed up. And we cooked up a turkey, and we cooked up a big ham. And Rosalie made mashed potatoes, and then I took the turkey drippings and made gravy with a little bit of flour in it. I gotta admit, I did have some flour, so I did have some ground up seeds, wheat. But as on Christmas Day, I thought, well, we're gonna splurge. We might as well splurge good. So as we was making, I was eating olives and some celery sticks and stuff off the relish plate, starting about 1 o'clock, and we had dinner about 3:30. So once I got it all set up, I carved up the turkey and the ham, and I had a big chunk of turkey and a big chunk of ham. Then I had a little bit of potato and a little bit of gravy on that, and I had a lot of meat. I mean, I was stuffed. And on the 25th, I stayed. It was 172.2, and the next day I was 172.8. And that, we got done with dinner probably 4:30, 5 o'clock, and everybody was too full for pie. So we sat around BS'd, and we probably didn't get to the pie till about 7 o'clock, somewhere in there, which is fine. And so I had a piece of that chocolate pie, and I thought, oh, it was good. Rosalie made it with lard, so there was no vegetable oil in it. It was just flour and lard in the crust, and it was a fairly thin crust, so I probably didn't have a lot of it. But the chocolate was great, and she had a little non-dairy whipping cream on top of it. It was really good, and I basically stayed the same. That was what surprised me. But I was in that feeding window from about 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and then I went my OMAD till the next day, and the next day, like I said, I was 172.8. I went from 172 to 0.2 up to 0.8. But then the day after that, I went right back down to 0.2. So, and I had ham and turkey, a little bit of potato and gravy, and another piece of pie. That was the day after Christmas. So I thought, well, we're going to gain a bunch of weight here. But no, I did my one meal, and it was just fine. The next day after that, we had ham and turkey, and there was a little sauerkraut left in the back of the fridge, so I had some sauerkraut with that ham and turkey. And it was okay. And just basically stayed the same. I had a day later, I had dinner, and I think that was the last piece of pumpkin pie. I had one piece of chocolate pie, and then 2 days I had a piece of pumpkin pie. Homemade pumpkin pie, not out of the can. It was the pumpkin that we had over Halloween. Rosalie made pumpkin pie mix with it and made a pie, and it was really good. So, but it didn't really affect me, and I don't understand why I should have started gaining holding a bunch of water, because with the potatoes and the gravy and that piece of pie, I thought, well, I'm gonna, because I was thirsty. I was drinking quite a bit of water during that, and I noticed that I was thirsty, and so I was wondering, well, I'm going to start retaining some water here. I'm going to have to get strict about this to get back on track. But it stayed 172, 172.4. So you got me as to what's going on. Felt good. Everything went great. And then, so at the end of the month, I blew out of December at 172.2. So I figured, well, gosh, it was 3 pounds for that month, and I figured I probably gained 3, 4, maybe 5 pounds. Because I was getting a little slack, having them carbs and stuff, and I wanted to see exactly what would happen to me. I've been watching a few videos. John, he gained 10 pounds over Christmas. He just put up a video a little bit ago, and I watched it, and I thought, well, I might as well put one up too. He gained pounds, but he had some lasagna and some pasta and stuff he was talking about, and I didn't have none of that. I had nothing that was really processed except the chocolate pie. I think she made that out of chocolate jello or pudding mix and stuff, so that was processed. And what flour I had and everything. Potatoes and gravy was all mashed potatoes, and I didn't have a huge amount. I had a little bit, spoonful, big spoon, but you dump the potatoes in and a ladle of gravy. Didn't get carried away with it, but I didn't change my regimen of the time I ate. I started on Christmas about 1 o'clock. The rest of the times it was like 2, 3 o'clock. And I was done by about 7. And I think that helped. And then I went my 20 some hours between meals, and that must have digested everything. I must have burned all the carbs that I had ingested. So, who knows? I mean, this is an experiment. We're in uncharted territory. I know that we're going to get there, and as long as the health is doing good, we can keep this up. So now January rolled in, and 1st of January, I had a bag of pork rinds watching a football game, which was all right. You can eat all of them you want; they don't really bother. And 172.4 and 172.4, and then just on the 3rd of January, I dropped to 171.8. And now I'm holding at 171.4 for the last 2-3 days, so who knows. I was surprised because everybody, you kind of think, well, you're going to get into this holiday season and you're going to blow it and gain 4, 5, 10 pounds. I know that's what they say. I haven't come across that. I don't think I've actually gained a lot of weight. I've gained a couple pounds, a pound here and a pound there, but then the very next day you lose it. So we're blessed that way that we can. With my metabolism and everything, the way I'm eating with my beef stew and stuff, and I've been hydrating a little more here in the last week. Like I said, I was drinking a lot of water over Christmas. All through New Year's, I've been drinking quite a bit of water. Cup and a half of coffee, and then the rest is water. I've been drinking water right up to the time I go to bed, so I am getting up at night and going to the bathroom about one extra time. Usually I can only have to get up once in the last few days or whatever it has been. It's probably been about twice. And as long as I'm getting rid of that water, and I check myself before I go to bed. I like to chart my progress. And so I weigh about 9 o'clock in the morning when I get up, before I have my coffee. I go to the bathroom, weigh myself. But then I do that at night also before I go to bed. And I'm usually about 2 pounds higher at night than I am in the morning. Right in there. I might be half a pound, 2.5 pounds. Very seldom 3 pounds more at night before I go to bed. Usually it's right around that 2 pounds, and I'll drop that 2 pounds through the night for some reason. Digestion, going to the bathroom, whatever our body needs to burning energy and stuff. So, and the next morning I can usually figure if I'm like 173 last night when I went to bed. I figured, well, I'll probably be 171 this morning. And I was 171.4. And I was 173 the night before that, and I, sure enough, dropped to 171.4 yesterday morning. So you get to see I don't know if it's your body's rhythm or the way it's handling that, but when you chart your progress and stuff, and I sometimes go in and weigh during the day, and if I've been drinking a lot, I'll gain 3-4 pounds. But usually about the time I go to bed, because I haven't ate for a long time, and if I usually try to weigh around 10 o'clock at night. Now, if I haven't ate since 5, I've probably pretty much digested that. So I'm starting to lose some of that food, and I end up about that 2 pound weight gain when I go to bed, and then in the morning it's gone and life's good. What can I say? So that's what we're going to do here. I want to do a few other things. I'm going to keep on this hydration. I want to see how this hydration, because I've only got 6 pounds to go to get to 165, and I want to see what my natural weight is. That's the big thing right now. I was thinking my natural weight was somewhere around in the 170s, and I thought, well, I'll just automatically stop losing weight, and we would just stay there as long as I did exactly the same stuff all the time. It wouldn't change. So we're gonna see, and now I'm down to 171, and I'm thinking in the next 3, 4, maybe 5 days, I'll get down to 170, maybe 169. And so now I'm kind of curious as to what is my natural weight. What is my body going to say? That's enough. You're not going to lose no more, unless you food restrict or time restrict or do a 48-hour fast or something drastic. If I just keep doing it, what I'm doing for the past 13 months, I should basically just naturally stop at some certain weight, and that's it. We'll see. So this is why I'm still charting. I mean, I got everything, it's all charted. What I eat, when I eat, how much, everything. And I don't count my macros and stuff. I eat a lot of fat. I try to give more fat than protein, and that seems to help getting through my OMAD to the next day. Matter of fact, sometimes I could probably go 48, but Rosalie gets a little upset with me when I go 48 hours. So we're going to end up doing that one of these days, but I just won't tell her. She'll ask me if I ate. I said, oh yeah, I had a little bite to eat. Had some broth or something. 'Cause I make some really good beef broth that I've done that before, and it gets you right through the next day. So I see this video is going a little long, so I just wanted to say hello. We're still on it, still hammering it. I don't know what's going on, but it's working. So for now, we'll talk to you later. Bye.